What's up, Gynex? How are you? Well, just be chilling for a little bit while people come in. That's cool. Good to hear. What's up, Prismatic? Prismatic. How are y'all doing? Hopefully y'all are doing well. I gotta come up with a better image for this little just chatting screen, honestly. Because right now, or you know what, I could just go back to this one and then just manually lower the music. That could be a smart idea. So that way, I don't know, I just like to keep things clean. I like to keep things just kind of tidy. Very minimalistic, I guess, is a way to put it as well. I don't like having too much on the screen at a time. That's just me, though. So, like the title says, we chill. We talk. Episode 10 released. Right? A small, tiny, unknown sprite series. Dude, can I just say the count that I saw for the episode when it was premiering was the highest I saw it. What's up, Agar? How's it going? The highest I saw the count go, it was 115 live viewers for the premiere. It sat mostly around between the 89 97 range, but the max I saw it was 115 live viewers, and that was honestly it was incredible to see. I thought after all this time I would release it, and then, like, genuinely, honestly, this isn't me being anything. This is me being 100% real. Is I thought I would release it and no one would pay any attention. Truly. I thought it had been way too long. I thought because I had gotten busy with life and got through so many other things, I thought I would release it, and because my channel had been dead to the YouTube algorithm, it wouldn't push it out to anybody, and it would just sort of die. But everyone proved me wrong. All 115 people proved me wrong for the live chat. The live chat proved me wrong. The comments and the people watching it proved me wrong as well. Like, this thing is almost at 4K views after a day, and 330 likes, 105 comments. Like, this is looking to be like, this is doing better than what my other episodes did on release. It's very humbling, and I feel very, very blessed that people still wanted to watch and look at this silly little sprite animation after all this time. So I'm getting out of the way right out of the gate. Thank you. Thank all of you. Thank each and every one of you for showing up and stopping by and just showing it support after all this time. Like, truthfully, thank all of you. Thank you. Since Chaos War series is concluded, what is next for the sprite animation career? Tutorials, behind the scenes, showcases, or more? I feel like that was a great conclusion. Not something that I would have done. Definitely worth the wait. Look at the creativity made. Thank you. Thanks, Agar. Thanks. Jill. Thanks. Gynex. Thanks, Yagoshi. What's next? Honestly, I don't know. I think I may. It's weird to say after, you know, being this long between episode 9 and 10's release. I think I might take a break. Which is weird to say out loud, because most people probably think, what have you been doing? I actually was working on the finale. Like, through all 9 years, on and off, I was working on it. Some days I worked on it significantly less than others, but I've been working on it still pretty much every single day. I haven't taken a break. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little empty now that it's released. Like, I feel happy. Like, I'm so glad that people enjoyed it, but now I don't know what to do with myself. I really don't know. So I guess I have to figure that out. In the meantime, my other hobby has always been gaming, and I've been doing you know, sort of gaming videos for almost as long as I've been doing the sprite animations. So I'm probably going to continue like doing these live streams of me playing games, because I like hanging out with everybody. That's really it. Tutorials, I might pick tutorials back up. I really don't know. There are so many good tutorials out there nowadays. There are so many people who are way smarter than me and know so much more about animation than I do and explain it so much better than I can, that I don't know if it's really needed for me to make tutorials. I guess if people want them for me, I could, but I don't know. There would be a lot of work. Behind the scenes showcases, I mean, maybe. That would probably go hand in hand with the tutorials, because I could just give examples of me doing what I am talking about from actual episodes and things like that. So that would be something. Brand saying, "Damn, what's next?" Yeah, really. I still got Chaos War DX that I'd like to do, which really it isn't anything new since I already did all of the heavy lifting in the original series. So DX is pretty much just a retelling of the original Chaos War series, but better. So what it would entail is, hey Dash, what DX pretty much entails is, as you saw in episodes 1 and 2, it's pretty much those first 2 episodes, but just told in a better way. Details are expanded upon, things are made just a bit more cleaner and clearer. So if I were to do, really, the only episodes I want to do DX versions of left are episodes 4 and 5. Episode 6, I think, is fine as is. It's not well animated. It's not great. But I think for the purposes of it, it's fine. Same for 7 and 8. I think 7 and 8 are fine. So I don't really think they need to be remade any. And then 9, of course, I'm not going to remake that. But the thing with DX is you all have already seen the ending. Like, it's just from the point A and getting to that ending is going to be better told, is what the idea of Chaos War DX is. Well, let me look at the playlist really fast. Yeah, so 1, 2, And then 3, 4, and 5, yeah, pretty much. Because I like episode 6 well enough. Though I might redo 6, and if I did redo 6 and 7, they wouldn't be all that different compared to their original counterpart. It might just have better written dialogue and better fights, really. So that's kind of how that would go. But like I said, you all have already seen the ending of DX. Like, this ending for the series is the ending I've had in my head since 2013. Wait, when did episode 7 come out? Because when the fusion happened is when I had decided how I wanted the series to end. Y'all are probably gonna think that's crazy. No, shut up. But that's the episode 7 is when I decided when I want the series to end. So, yeah. 2013. So in August 23rd, 2013, around when episode 7 was in its creation, was when I decided how I wanted the series to end. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's all you can do, Chris, is just finish the series. Just work on it. Just get it done. Like, that is the best thing that you can do, is just work on it and just power through it. That is single-handedly the best thing you can do. Because I can tell you from experience, trust me, Chris, I spent 9 years on a single episode. You will go insane trying to make an episode perfect. Like, I could have sat on episode 10 for another year and just made minor tweaks to it over and over and over again. And then I would go insane because I would keep finding things to fix and change, and it would never get done. So I know there are errors in episode 10. I don't know if anyone picked them out. Some of y'all might have. Y'all keen-eyed individuals probably have. There was a little bit of sound crunching due to a sound effect Vic had placed in there, and I thought I corrected it, but the spin dash sound effect is still a little crunchy in like 2 places. And during the final fight, there's a sprite swap error where John doesn't have... It's after his shirt's supposed to be blown off during the fight with Mortis, and he still has the shirt for like 2 poses, which it wasn't supposed to have. Art piece for... Y'all aren't going to be able to unsee this when I tell you it. The art pieces for Vic in the end of the series, I drew them wrong. He was supposed to have pants for this new design, and I was going off the sprite sheet he sent me, which didn't have pants, and I had not realized that he had added the pants for the time skip Vic look specifically for me. So that was something else that I noticed. We noticed after the fact, but like you can't stay caught on something forever. Like, you could stay on something for eternity and never get... I am the mentality of go through it, get through it, and publish it faults and all, and then just go on to the next episode or move on to the next project. Just don't stay on something forever. Figure that if a time skip happens, I was like, it's just wear pants. Yeah, there's a special surprise for that hopefully will see the light of day, but I don't want to say too much, spoil too much of Vic's plans, but there are plans for that. The final episode was great. Congratulations for anything. Thanks, man. For better or for worse, it is my story. And even though I may cry inside looking back at episodes 1, 2, and 3, just kind of how cringe they are and how cringe some of the dialogue can be at times, it's still me. That's why I told Vic when I convinced him to not change anything for the Trolls Unleashed re-uploads that I did for him and that he uploaded. I told him I told him, what would be the point of re-uploading it if you're going to make changes to it? And I had that similar mentality with Chaos War HD, was that if I'm re-uploading this, and even if I didn't re-upload it, for better or for worse, these videos are like a time capsule of where I was in this point in time. You see me through my edgy high school years. You see me in my late high school years. You see me postgraduate years, and flaws and all, it is authentically me in that point of time. And that's important to me. That's special to me. And Vic, even though it hurts him to look at, even though it bothers the hell out of him, I told him the same thing. Those videos of Trolls Unleashed, Quest for the Time Stones, all of it, that's who you were at that point in time. You may not like it now. You may not want to see that anymore, but it's like, that is who you were and who made these videos. And I think that's important. It's authentic. And I think that it should be preserved. It shouldn't be hidden away. It shouldn't be like trying to suppress, like, I'm like, that should be shown. So for better or for worse, Chaos War is authentically me, the good parts and the bad parts. And I deal with that. I deal with that, and it makes me happy. At least what most people couldn't do. Yeah, that you can go back. I don't know if any of these streams are still. I don't know if any of the streams are still available at all from like 10 years ago or whatever. YouTube might not have been archiving them at the time, but I had made comments and said for years that probably on DA and on YouTube and YouTube comments, you might have seen me in the wild somewhere on other sprite animations, but I think I always wanted to say I would not be an animator who would not finish his story. Like, that was my one sticking point that I simply refused to be. I refused to be someone who couldn't finish something. And because there are many series that I loved. Dawning of Darkness, as an example. This might be a deep cut for some of y'all. Mega Sonic Bros. AF. Just like sprite series like that I enjoyed, and then they just never finished. They never saw the light of day. Never got completed. But for them, you know, you had your Negasonic Unleashed, you had Vic series, you had Unknown Chaos, you have Sonic's Quest for Power, you know, you had all these other series that did finish, and I was like, I want to be like that. I want to be someone who's remembered for finishing their thing, and I want it to be a story that people can look at, the good and the bad, and enjoy it, and know that it's over, know that it is ending, and not have to guess on whether there's anything else. I love looking back in the fridge. I know. Hey, Cece, how are you and Blase doing? How is hanging out with the bonfire? Sup, Ioveni? Sup, Nanami? Congratulations. What's next? I was just talking about it. I don't know. I might do random flashes here and there. I might make slow. I'm not going to give you a timetable on it, but I might work a little bit on Chaos War DX after a nice break. So again, I'm not going to give a timetable on that. DX is going to be kind of like a side project thing, a retelling, so it's over when it's over. Yeah, orange slices. That's what I told Vic is I still go back and I still go back and I watch Negasonic Unleashed, which for those of you who don't know, pre-Negasonic and Negasonic Unleashed is the series that inspired me to want to animate. That it's probably evident from the early work I did, but that Marnik X's series is what is the reason I am sprite animating. It's what led me to watching Trolls Unleashed and Quest for the Time Stones and meeting Vic It led me to find Dawning of Darkness, which in turn led me to meet Shade Falcon, and which led me to find Sonic's Quest for Power. So yeah, I look back at the cringe very, very fondly. Anything I wanted to add that you scrapped because of time constraints wouldn't mesh well with the story? Yeah. So the openings were kind of like an idea of what I was thinking the story would go, but it didn't. I was going to include a Cycreus plot line, but I was also very dead set on the series ending in episode 10, and I knew that that would just kind of drag it out. So I ditched the Cycreus plot line and decided to go with the... redesign angle for Vic instead. I was gonna have like a sword and shield kind of motif with John and his brother. That didn't really pan out because I couldn't find a way to work it into it, and it was just stupid. Like, it was just stupid. So I'm fine with just keeping the sword as its own thing, not adding another weapon piece to it. Was there anything else that I think I pretty much did everything I wanted to do. Ven could have had some more screen time. Ven could have had more things done for him. I'd like to add more like, it didn't show up in the series proper, but I'd like to show more backstory of, you know, John and Zanya, and then Celis and his wife Lena. I would love to do some like pre-Chaos Wars or story or something like that about that. I think that'd be fun, but that's outside the scope of like the main 10 episodes. Is there anything else? You know, Samurai, I don't really think there's much else in terms of like the 10 episodes that I did. I think I did pretty much everything I wanted to do outside of 2-3 things, which they were just kind of ideas that I floated and weren't really meant to go anywhere unless I liked it, and I didn't like it. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I don't think I would, like I said, like with DX, I would just make it tighter and neater. I don't think I would really change how each episode is structured. I don't think. To me personally, you, Vic, and Austin were my top 3 sprite animators that are my idols in the animation perspective. What I would do with creating characters that are cool without being bad. Like Chaos War Zero, basically. Who was Austin? Oh, you mean Austin Factor? The black and red hedgehog? I remember when I was 10 or 11 years old, I remember seeing not just Vic's stuff, but yours and Ace, and I was like, wow, these look really cool, but I never wanted to be an animator until 2020. Re-upload the same episode for the future, but add in some extra scenes for people that hasn't seen. See, I don't like doing that, Agar. That's why I'd rather redo the episodes and fit stuff in instead of add things, because I hate when films do that. Like, I hate the Star Wars films that George Lucas went back and added things in, did different CGI. Like, I can't stand that. It goes back to the authenticity sort of thing. I don't want that stuff changed. I want the original product as it was envisioned. Like, I don't want changes to it. I don't want any of that to it. Explain how the shards of Apocalypse work and how they differ from the Chaos Emeralds. So that's something I would do in DX, as I would explain the shards a bit better. Chaos War episode 11, I know, right? Do you guys shit on from how Dark Sonic was handled in episode 9, like people want him to be final boss? No, I didn't really get a lot of shit for that, honestly. People seem to think that, yeah, it made sense. What I did get shit on by someone for was killing off Dark Shadow. And that was because people were At the time, they thought that it was the main Sonic cast. They thought Dark Sonic was Sonic. They thought Dark Shadow was Shadow. They thought Dark Silver, or Dark Silver wasn't there. So, but they thought, you know, Sonic and Shadow were Sonic and Shadow. They weren't. They never were. The original idea was in the first episode of Chaos War in 2010, when I was like 14, was that I wanted it to be the Dark Sonic and Dark Shadow from Negasonic Unleashed, but if they won and then wanted to go to another dimension to conquer it. That was the original idea, and I very quickly scrapped that idea, I think by the third episode. Second or third episode, I think I scrapped that, and I decided, I never explained it very well in the original run until DX, but then I decided to go with, like, not clones, but Eggman, something similar to Negasonic Unleashed, where Eggman ripped out the dark essence of Sonic and Shadow and Silver, and then they manifested as actual physical biological beings. Like that's what it turned into instead, which I'm a lot more happy with. But yeah, so people were mad, but at least one person I remember, you can still see it in the comment section of episode 6. You can see in the comment section of episode 6, there was one person who was very upset that I killed Shadow and that I treated the Sonic the Hedgehog as a joke compared to the fan characters, which I don't think I did. I think I gave the Sonic the Hedgehog justice. I just didn't give Dark Sonic or Dark Shadow justice. Told you animation came through for Sonic Expo in your post. That's awesome. Yeah, I did see that, but that's incredible. That's good for you, man. You've been moving up throughout. That pleases me. I like that a lot. Explain how the shards of Apocalypse. Yeah, so what I was going to say was I've had the abilities of the shards written down. I kind of hinted at it for a long time. And I think there's only... I think I explained what most all of the shards' abilities do. So the shards don't act like Chaos Emeralds. They don't give you a super form. They don't give you anything. They really don't have energy. They're like elements, but not. So the shards are more of like containment for Tabitu, like how the Master Emerald was for Chaos. And that's pretty much their purpose. The trick with the shards, though, is that this is a whole lot of lore backstory stuff that I've had written down that I never explained in the series. So Tabitu like made the shards himself as his own means of imprisonment that gave the Baratrians a false hope that they had some control over their destiny and their own control over their deity, which would be Tabitu. He did that intentionally to give them like a false sense of hope. It was all part of his plan, like Simplicium always says. Like Tabitu made Baratrum as his own narcissistic little project. A place for him to be worshipped, where he had complete control and where he had like no naysayers. Until John, that is. And things got a bit out of his control. And when he saw that things were going out of his control, he's like, okay, nuking the place, which is what led to Steelus and Matthew being corrupted by his influence, causing all that, causing John to freak out and nuke the planet. Because Tabitu's the type of person, he doesn't want to admit he had a fault. He didn't want to admit he had a flaw. So he was like, okay, wiping my hands clean of this, nuke the place, we're moving on to the next one. And so the way the shards work is they each have a trait that they give to the user. Red is enhanced strength, and they all come with downsides too. So red comes with enhanced strength. However, if your body isn't accustomed to that sort of strength, it, you know, can hurt you. It can rebound and hurt yourself. The yellow one is intense speed. However, if you can't think fast enough or plan what you're going to do, the speed's kind of useless. And then see, red, yellow, gray is cloning. The clones are not durable. They don't last very long, and making a clone sucks away at your stamina. So yeah, you can only make a limited amount of clones without draining yourself. Same with the green shard. It does healing, but you have to have enough life force energy to use it, and it can't really do much for major wounds like scrapes, cuts, broken limbs. But like the higher tier it goes up, the more of your own stamina and energy it takes up. So you're actually limiting yourself, and you have to be smart about what you heal and such. Do you want to heal a few scrapes, a few cuts, a fracture, or do you want to wait till, like, say, your arm's broken or your leg's broken? It's red, yellow, green. Red, yellow, green, gray. The sky blue one is a barrier. I haven't thought of a downside to the barrier because it's so situational. I guess a downside for it, and I'm thinking of this right now, a downside for it could be it's like it may be a cooldown for how many times it can be done. And it may be weaker the more consecutively it's used. The purple one, it originally was used to drain the life force of someone else and make them weaker over extended physical interaction, which is good in theory. But here's a lore drop that Wesley mentions in episode 10. The Baratrians are aliens, so they have different energy to Mobians, and chaos energy is actually toxic to Baratrians. So they could use it and interact when they interact and fight another Mobian and drain their life force, but then they would also be slowly poisoning themselves. Because I made it so the energies don't mix specifically. So Mobian healers can't heal Baratrians, Baratrians can't heal Mobians. Like, they don't mix. I thought that was a nice conflict because, oh, we have doctors here. Yeah, no, I'm an alien. You'll actually if you try to heal me, you'll actively kill me. And then I never thought of an ability for the regular blue shard. Blue shard I consider to just be resemblance of John. Like, that's the one he keeps on. It's like that one is just him. I don't know if it was on board. Was there consideration of the shards be a beast like the Chaos? That's who Tabitu is. Tabitu is their beast, essentially. OP of episode 5, you show Wesley having a super form. I don't think it was Wesley having a super form. I can look at the episode real fast, but I don't think it was Wesley having a super form. I think that was just showing. I think that was me just showing that Wesley, like, could also have some influence over the shards, being the guy who is the guardian for the guy who wields the shards, if that makes any sense. That was the intention behind that thing. Let me go to this real quick. Yeah, there's Ven, Bunsey, Vic, Chaos Beast, Flick, Zanya. Yeah. That's just, yeah, Wesley with the shards. That's it. Wesley, I always thought so. Wesley never had any super form. So, I never planned for him to have one. Because John isn't a Mobian. John has no super form. The shards don't give super forms. I just explained like what each of the abilities of the shards do. But I opted intentionally to not have a super form. Not because forms are gay or anything, but because I just didn't want to have John have one. I thought that was more interesting. Could have more stakes, have more, intrigue behind it. No, it's cool, man. It's cool. Austin the Black and Red Hedgehog. Yeah, I didn't know Austin did any animations. That's something. How does John's abilities powers work? Because it's a bit confusing at first when he transformed from his base form and stripe form, episode 3. So, I just explained the abilities. John, outside of the shards, has no abilities. Like, he's just naturally strong, has moderate speed, and he's a close combat fighter. That's about all there is to John. I intentionally made him very simple because, well, post episode 5, I made him very simple. Because you'll notice beforehand, I had him shooting lasers, teleport, do a bunch of shit like that. So, it's... Dude, don't message me right now while I'm doing this. You're going to make me sad. Like, you're going to actually make me ugly cry. Sorry, friend was just posting something about me. He was looking through the comments for Chaos War 10, giving me words of encouragement. Like, I'll actually be sad. Confusing. So, the stripe form is Dark John. And I intentionally made John, after episode 5, to just be a close combat fighter, because I got a little bored animating him, and I thought it would be significantly more interesting to do. Of course, the episode after I decide to get rid of John for 3 episodes, and literally make a DBZ character. That's who... Mortis is my DBZ, fan creation. Where I just made him do... He teleports. He does beam blast. He's got strength. He does, like, all that sort of stuff. Like, I want him to be my DB Sonic. But Dark John is... It's not necessarily good to call him Dark John. Possessed John would be a better thing. So, it would be when, like, John starts, like, mentally losing control. And he starts to freak out, and then like Tabitu's like, it's free real estate. And so Tabitu's like, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. Just because I can, because I hate him. Because fuck John, I'm gonna mess with him. So Tabitu will like partially possess John. And that's why John gets like the stripes that Tabitu has. And gives enhanced strength, but Tabitu's like can do whatever. Like he could, after do a fight, be like, you're a piece of trash, you need to do better, and like stab himself or something, and then lose possession of John, and then John would just be left to feel the pain. Like, that's just how it would work. Where I was in a Sonic Quest for Power binge when anime episode 10, I was in a nostalgia binge when finishing episode 10. I was rewatching Negasonic Unleashed. I was rewatching Trolls Unleashed. I rewatched Dawning of Darkness, and I rewatched all of that stuff. And I lost my train of thought, sorry. But yeah, I was on a nostalgia binge, and then it wasn't originally going to be true hypersonic. I was just going to do a powered up hypersonic, like a full power hypersonic. And then Vic was talking to me while he was helping me animate. And he goes, hey, you know what a full power hypersonic sounds like? And I'm like, what? He goes, it sounds like true hypersonic. He goes, can I throw true hypersonic into this? And I said, you know what? Go ahead. Make it as Sonic's quest. Go ahead and make it as the final confrontation between Sonic and Kiritsu as Sonic's quest for power as possible. And that's how we ended up with the result. When did you change the Morse design from episode 9 to 10? So, the Morse design from 9 to 10 is I was originally had started animating with episode 10, having, with the design from episode 9. But then I thought, I had made it. I was like, I really don't like this design. Or like, I didn't like the sprite. Because if you notice, the design between 9 and 10 is the same, but how I sprited it changed. I was like, I really don't like the way the sprite looks. And so I redid it. And I was like, it's better, but I'm still not feeling it. And it's like, so I just kept refining. And I made like 5 different versions of Mortis before I got to the one to where you see in episode 10, which it's still the same design. He's still got the same shape to his quills. He's still got like, you know, the red shirt, the blue pants, and like he's still the same design. I just made the sprite better, I like to think. And it was something that, yeah, hold on, let me read what my buddy said to me. But yeah, that is kind of what I was going with and thinking of for that. With the design for Mortis, I just wasn't happy with the sprite, and so I just kept refining the sprite until I was happy with it. And then I was like, I'm gonna make more. And so then I decided to go overboard, and then I started adding battle damage, because I don't know if you guys notice throughout the fight, Mortis loses half of his shirt. And then he has his design change when he fuses with TB2. And then as the fight goes on, his shirt gets damaged again. And then his quills get damaged. And then you start to see the bone pop out like you would with normal TB2. Like, you continue to see him get damage and damage. And I put the same philosophy with John, is you see John get damaged as like the fight goes on and such. And that, and even with Vic, Bunsey, Ven, like you see them get damaged as things progress. That was a very intentional design, was because it that was something intentional for me, because I got tired of seeing sprites looking the same as fights went on. I was like, I want these to be like characters. I want these to be like people who are actually taking hits and getting things done to them, like while they're fighting. I wanted it to show, it's like, yeah, these characters are actually fighting. So I wanted to make Vic and Ven and Bunsey bloody, their clothes torn, like Bunsey's sleeve gone, Ven's glove ripped, Vic bloody, and John losing his shirt mid-fight due to a blast in the face, you know, like things like that. I wanted to intentionally Silas getting like a swollen face as he kept getting punched over and over again. Like, I wanted to intentionally do things like that just to make the characters sort of breathe a little bit more. So that's kind of So yeah, to answer your question, that's why I changed the design for Mortis, and that's why I mess with the sprites a little bit. Teleportation would be cool. John doesn't teleport, so that'd be an interesting thing to do, honestly. That'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, I've got lots of lore to drop. I have lots of lore. I have so many things written down for... I have so many things written down for the series that just never really got shown into it, which is kind of what I want to do in Chaos War DX. Give a little bit more of the lore that I had planned, and then... or that I had thought of, and then just kind of bring it. Like I said, I've got stuff that happens pre-Chaos War, like a John and Zanya story. Excuse me. I've got, you know, like a John and Zanya story that I've wanted to tell. A Silas and his wife story. I've had that I've wanted to tell. Not really much else than that, though. Just lore bits that never made into the original run. Yeah. Yeah. I'm very glad, though, that like the amount of positivity that people have given me for episode 10. I said at the start of the stream, but I'll say it again. It's been absurd. It's been really absurd. And my buddy Frostburn was telling me that, you know, I inspired so many people, and that's weird to think about. That's really, really weird to think about. It's like I see like people like Jake Brickmaster, who was inspired by me, I'm pretty sure, and just push and make something that I never would have thought of, and it'd be so incredible. Hey Vic, what's going on? And yeah, seeing the people that say I inspired them, it's kind of crazy. But I keep forgetting there were people that I inspired. There was my buddy Axel, who told me I inspired him. I think I had heard someone tell me that Sun God, he looked at the series beforehand, and he was inspired by it as well. And just a bunch of people who have now become friends of mine that were inspired. It's very and they make so many incredible things. These people make so many, like, give them your love, give them like a whole bunch of support too, because these people like make so many absolutely incredible things that I never would have imagined or thought of that anyone would get inspired by my little sprite series to make. It's great. I love it. It's almost late. There was a lot of unresolved gaps. Who is Silas's wife? It's not really relevant to the story of Chaos War. It's more like a pre-Chaos War story than anything. Like, it's brought up, and she's mentioned because she is his wife, but it's a pre-Chaos War story and not really a relevant to. It's like a world building thing. Like, it's something that the characters have, but may not necessarily be relevant to the story that's taking place at that moment in time. Like I said, I've got a one or two pre-Chaos War stories in my head. One being a Silas and his wife story, along with a John and his wife story. So that's something. Everything began in Barachia. That's another like pre-Chaos War story I thought of. I don't know if Vic wants to elaborate on that any, because I sent him what the pre, the sort of, I sent Vic like pretty much the how Baratria was formed sort of script, and he's using it. So I don't know if he really wants me to elaborate too much, or if he's going to do anything with it at all. Same with the Dark Silver question, I'm just going to give a knowing smile. And I'm going to leave it at that. You can elaborate on it if you want. Okay. What was my design philosophy when changing John's design throughout the series? At the start, copy Vic. Vic had his character's design in Quest for the Time Stones. And then when he got too weak, he went to like a younger or a depowered version of his normal self. Copy that. Just have John turn into young John. Whatever. John changing into what would be like the real John that we came to know throughout the series. Copy Vic. Had him change from his SS124 look into his Echidna look. I was like, yeah, steal that. That was pretty much it. The only one that had any thought through it, any real thought behind it, was John in episode 10 of John 2, his final design. And that was just more so a take John and make him look better. Because the old sprite's not great. Like, it's passable. It does what it needs to, but over time, I thought it didn't look great. So I made the new John design, which isn't even a new design. It's just like, it's like Mortis, like I was describing earlier. It's like I cleaned up the sprite. I cleaned him up and made him. Vic, please don't give me that face. Yeah, the really only one that had any real thought was John in episode 10 of going from his normal design to like the newer design. And that was just because like he died, he came back. So that feels like a good opportunity for me to have he bring back from death. Let's have him be cleaned up and new again. So that's what I was thinking. The rest of it was just copy Vic. Just do it because Vic did it. Same thing with like the whole beginning part of like episode 3 when you have Dark Sonic's crew fighting John and everyone else. It was just copy Vic. Just copy the episode of Chaos Armageddon where Team Negasonic is fighting the R&R Bros and steal Negasonic Unleashed's concept. Is like that. That's what episode 3 was. That's exactly what it was. Did Zorian Wesley's Life Force also influence? Change his design. No, not really. It was more so kind of like a rebirth kind of thing, you know? It's like he died, he became reborn, so let's have a little design alteration to signify that. That's what that was, really. Finished watching your final episode, loved it. Congrats on it. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, Ideal Zero. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a little surreal being done with it. It's a weird feeling. It's like I don't know what to do next. Kind of like I've been working on this since 2010, 2009 really, but I've been working on it for so long that I really don't know what to do now that's over. I talked about it earlier, ideal. I talked about it earlier in the stream, probably around like the 20 or 30 minute mark. I don't know. But red is strength, yellow is speed, green is healing, gray is cloning, purple is life force absorption, sky blue is a barrier, and then blue just represents John. That's it. And each of them has a downside to it. Each of them has a drawback for John. How about other goals? Well, I enjoy camping. I enjoy I do recreational shooting as well. I draw, obviously. Animation's still a thing for me that I enjoy sometimes, but for life goals, really? That's a deep question. I really just want to work and build a life, eventually have a family. So, yeah, Chaos Crippler was a dirty. Listen, the entire finale hinged. The entire finale hinged on that Chaos Crippler. That Chaos Crippler was the thing that sealed it. It wasn't originally going to be. It was originally going to be a little bit of a different idea. It was going to be like a without Mortis having the twins inside him, that he would be like slowly deteriorating. And I was like, it's kind of stupid. And then I remembered Simplicium. I was like, oh yeah. I knew I wanted Simplicium to betray Tabitu. Like from his initial reveal, I wanted that to be clear. But then it just kind of fell into place. I was like, I could have him do Tabitu, and then I could have, Mortis be... I could have Mortis be, greedy and not think forward and make a miscalculation. And that be his downfall, same as Tabitu. Not wanting to admit a fault, and then having too much of an ego to... Yeah. Fired a tank rifle or anti-tank rifle? I fired a 50 cal before. That was fun. Have any other people work on episode 10 besides Vic? Speaking of Spades, yeah. Spades worked on the episode a bit. He worked on the Mortis versus... on the 1v4 of Mortis versus Vic, Ven, Bunsey, and Silas. Was John Darkspine being split halves of one person rather than real twins? Weird concept for the characters. Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like I kind of did it. It kind of made it weird to be weird. But I also thought it gave that sort of like edge for Mortis, where he's like, this was supposed to be my life and you stole it from me. Like give like that sort of edge and twist to him. To make it kind of tragic, not tragic, but to make it go is like, he's kind of right. Out of pocket, but he kind of right. But that's just not how things ended up. So it's like, yeah. Because the characters in the series are like, John's like 20, 21. Same for Mortis. John's race, who were they? Were they intelligent species? I mean, yeah, Baratrians were pretty much close to Mobians. Again, there's a thing that I have written down that explains it a lot more. But I don't know if I really want to spoil that. I might want to keep that in my back pocket for if I ever decide to animate something like that. John's race, are they like energy like life forms? It was an animation choice. I really didn't want the body to stay there throughout everything. So I wanted it to be yeah, it was an animation choice, like signify that Silas was dead and not have to keep the sprite on the stage. Like a symbolic thing. Like an energy transfer. Not a fusion, but an energy transfer. So who said anything about over? It's over. It's done. I'm washed. Everything's terrible now. I can only go downhill from here. You know, I don't know if I was right or wrong, but I noticed that Morris could have been a rival if only he had rebelled against B2 and continued his own life even with the twins' memories. Yeah, that's the thing. Mortis, there's a lot of could-haves with Mortis, but he chose his path. And his path was, even if he rebelled against B2, he still would have been on a path of jealousy. Because in the end, he did rebel against B2. But it was his own jealousy and narcissism that led him down where he was. Because he has a similar personality to John, but with Silas's kind of seriousness. So he could have been, but we got another 4 DX episodes? No, we don't. We only have 2 DX episodes. Maybe. No suspicion to B2 never promised give the death and destruction of Mobius, and also I think he didn't like the planet to be to do the established natural order of the planet. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Simplicium's kind of like, yeah, he wants death. Yeah, he wants destruction, but he also, that was a miscalculation on Tabidu's part. Like, Simplicium's also at the proper time, proper place type of mentality. At least he is in Chaos War. Like, he goes along with, like, the natural order and the ebb and flow of things as it intends. What did the events of Chaos War take place in the Sonic timeline if it was canon in the franchise? Dude, I'm not even going to try and... I'm not even going to try to go down... Open that can of worms. It exists in its own time and space. It exists in its... When Chaos War happens is when Chaos War happens. It has its own... Because I take bits and pieces of everything from the Sonic media for it. Like, I take bits and pieces of the Archie comics. I take bits and pieces of the games. And I kind of, like, mesh it together. Ultra Conflicts chapters? What the fuck, Nick? Okay. What was my favorite fight in episode 10? Hypersonic versus Kuritsu. Or John versus Mortis. Those are the 2 fights that I really like. Those are my favorite fights. Like a side story, Dragon Ball, or One Piece movie. The One Piece movies are probably a good example of it. Like how in the One Piece movies from Strong World on, I think, like Oda says these events take place in the One Piece manga, or in the One Piece timeline, but just not exactly as they're shown in the movie. I would take approach to that. It's like Chaos War happens when it happens, and just assume everything in Sonic ever has happened, and that's when it goes on. Assume everything is canon for Sonic, and Chaos War just happens to take place in that mix mash of a universe It's been an hour and I haven't started playing a game yet. Y'all make me nerd out about my own series. Hold on. I like trains. Spades, what was your favorite fight in episode 10? Doom the Dark Ages? Very cool. Oh god. Morris versus John? Oh, okay. There it goes. It's a tie. Shoot. Mortis and John. Sanuk versus Kirstu. Okay, Vic, make those characters in Random Flash. You know what? Better yet, Spades, make those cameos in TOW. Series canceled? Bitch. Thoughts on the Super Saiyan 4 design from Daima? It's fine. It's cool. It was an interesting departure from the original Super Saiyan 4, but yet respects it all the same. It's cool. Do I have anything I can forge? Or anything to... Oh, I think I died. What was I doing? I think I fought the Moonlight Butterfly is what I was doing. Yeah, I think I was fighting the Moonlight Butterfly, and then I came back, and... I don't really remember what else I was after that. I fought the gargoyles. I think I was on my way... Oh, I fought the Black Knight, right. And then died and got sad. Because I normally don't die to that knight. And I did. Do I have my ring on? I do. Very nice. But yeah, even though I'm playing the game, we can still discuss things. It's my... Oh, fug. Sad, droopy fug. Oh, that was terrible. Fight between John and Ven's Dark Forms of Firefight because the song Back from the Dead. Yeah, I like that song a lot. I very much do. I liked it back then when the album first came out, and I still like it to this day. So Spade, or one of my buddies was like, "Oh, you're still keeping the song there?" I was like, "Well, yeah." Oh, come on. No, what's wrong with my disc? I probably need to clean the 360, honestly. That might be what it is. I've been having issues with disc recently, and discs that I know are good. So I think I might need to clean the disc reader on the 360 at some point. Sat here and cleaned your PS5. Yeah, I remember you doing that the other day. Also, if anyone has an Xbox account and like has 360 games that they play on it, feel free to add me. Like I mostly play stuff like the old Call of Duties on here, but Vic, go buy one. Go buy a 20-year-old console to play old games on it. That's not what I wanted. Do you still have the PS3, Vic? Like when we used to play freaking Ultimate Kaiichi and Raging Blast 2 and Battle of Z? That's what I should do. I should boot up the PS3 and play Ultimate Tenkaichi. That's what I should do. So Max was on a while back since it's getting slow. Fair. Quite fair. Where's this going to spawn me back at? Oh, right here. Cool. And I have a switch. Won't be as bad for me. Yeah. I have my Switch as well. I don't intend on getting a Swatch 2. Can you drop your shields for me? That'd be great. Okay, I guess I'm gay then. I don't even know why I'm going over here to fight this Black Knight. I'm not going to get anything out of it. I'm not going to get anything out of it. Cool. Well, I might get something. Why not the Switch too? I don't think it's worth the money. Any game that I would theoretically get on a Switch 2, I already already have on my PS5 or Steam. And then I'm not going to get a Switch 2 just to play Switch 1 games better. I think that's a huge waste. And the fact that I have to pay for an upgrade pack to play the games better, I think, is a travesty. And I also like having games physically, and it really seems like a lot of Switch games aren't really going to be fully on the cartridge, because they'll do the game keycard thing, so I don't think that's worth my money either. And I also think the price point's too high. Yeah, and I don't feel, and like, I'm sorry, I don't think Mario Kart's worth $90. I also don't think Donkey Kong is worth their asking price, so... Oh, come on. I cannot get the parries down like I used to be able to. So I don't know, I just don't have any value for the Switch 2. Other people might have value, and that's fine, but I don't have any value in it. That's just me, though. Bitch. Ow, motherfucker. Attack me or something. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'm getting cooked by this guy. I usually don't have issues with that, but whatever. I'm not gonna go back to him again. He can burn in hell for all I care. So I said, John, the Nintendo ninjas will come at you, and the... That's fine. It's also my own personal way of making a statement, I guess. I don't expect anyone else to agree with me on it. It's just how I feel. I'm all about game preservation. I'm all about keeping physical versions of the games that I own, that I bought with my money. And I think what Nintendo is doing is very anti that. So... I'm also the type of person who I read the cartridges and the discs that I buy, and to make sure that it's got the full game on the disc before I purchase it, because I want to be able to just pop it in and just play it without any updates, without any... Like, play the full game from start to finish from the disc. And game key cards are the antithesis to that, and seems to be a route that is getting taken. So yeah, I'm not gonna pay for that. Yeah, me and Vic are in spades, and maybe you too, Chris, are all old enough to remember the lie they told us back in the 360 days, to where it's like the 360 and PS3 days, they go, oh, going digital will make games cheaper. That like graces the aorta. It's like digital games will be cheaper than physical games. So that was a lie. It never happened. But that's what they told us back when digital storefronts and DLCs were being a thing. Ow, bitch. Name this on the... Oh, come on, just drop your shield for me, you dildo. Yeah, and so, like, even if as a consumer, why would I buy a physical cartridge for a game that I'm going to have to be connected to the internet to play? Like, that just doesn't really make any sense to me. I said I wasn't going to go fight this guy, but here I am going back to him because I want my souls, damn it. Comes down to personal preference, exactly. So people might find value in things that I don't find value in, and other people might not find value in the things that I find value in. That's fine. What makes us different and unique. These guys are really starting to piss me off. Not actually, but just be a mild annoyance and inconvenience. Come on. Okay, fine, fuck you. Eat my dick. Sup, buckaroo? Is third time actually the charm? These stairs feel longer than they normally do. Come on, hit me with it. Oh, bitch. There you go. Oh, yeah, I killed the boar. Give me your best shot, daddy-o. Come on. You got this. There we go. Easy. Oh, you didn't even drop your shield. Man. That's really the only reason I came back to fight him again after dying to him twice. Alright. That's the only reason I came back to fight him after dying to him twice was so I could get the... Damn it, that wasn't the kick. Drop your fucking... There we go. Oh, wait. Ooh. This is why I wanted Vic to experience. You can reset the save and try again, not in Dark Souls. If I were to back out and quit, then it would still save the progress. That's how Dark Souls works. No pause. None of that shit. There we go. Oh, I get to show you the good old 15 FPS or less town. That's what I was looking for. How many humanity do I have? Opened it. How many humanity do I have? I have twin humanities, 14 humanities. Devil May Cry anime on Netflix. I haven't played Devil May Cry. Well, that's a lie. I played the first and second Devil May Cry. And I didn't watch the anime on Netflix. I've heard mixed things from people who have watched and played Devil May Cry. I've heard it sucks. And then from people who haven't played Devil May Cry, they say it's great. So I guess if you're a fan of the games, I guess you won't like the anime. And then if you're not a fan of the games, then you'll like it. It's kind of what I gathered. Sometimes people playing 360 overnight have fun. Discreet fail. Motherfucker. I've got to clean this 360. Because the disc is spotless. The disc is great. Having fun trolling other players. Yeah, I remember that type of stuff. This is making me sad. Let me check again. I know the disc is fine, but let me check again. You're playing a relic from when the console wars really mattered. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, back when you really had to think about if you wanted a game on the 360 or the PS3, because certain games ran better on the 360. Other games ran better on the PS3, and then you actually had exclusives that were worth it between the consoles. So, it was nice. At this point, honestly, I just think they should release anything on everything. And that way, now, whatever piece of plastic you want more, is the piece of plastic you can go and get. And I know this isn't really what people come to watch me for. Like, I'm fully aware of that. Like, people come here to watch, you know, working on things or animation or stuff like that. I usually just like to stream me in my downtime doing this. That's, yeah. Question for everyone, what would I change about modern gaming? I would have them lower the prices, and I would have companies stop ballooning their budgets to absurd levels and releasing an unfinished game at the end of it, and then expecting us to pay the difference and deal with a broken product. And I think indie games are a great example of it because, oh shit. Indie games are having tighter budgets, and as a result, they're making higher profit margins because they're not having as much of a bloated budget they have to make back, and they have a much smaller team, so that's less people you have to pay. And I think they're making genuinely better products than what like most AAA companies are making nowadays. So I would do that. I would go back to smaller teams, have games with a tighter scope again, and then
please let me out of here. Help. Damn, I'm finished.
I would have them yeah, have tighter and better scope and stop ballooning their budgets and kind of lower the overall price.
Brilliant. Thanks.
Like, there's no reason for like games like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 to cost $300 million. There's no reason for some of these games to cost like $4 to $6 million. Like, there's no reason for games like Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, cost as much money as they do, and then die in a week. Or not a week, but you know what I mean. Like Concord costing as much money as it did for Sony and it dying in 12 days. Like, that needs to stop. That needs to quit. And so that I would change that. I'm so used to how this looks in the remaster these days. That still looks so good. I don't think my opinion matters so much. I don't play video games. I don't play on consoles anymore. That's fine. You can still voice your opinion on it. Like, that would be a good idea. It's like, what made you kind of quit playing video games? What made you quit getting consoles, you know? I could tie into it. Yeah. Slow down the layoff workers, have more sense of team, project hiring, new people. See, that's a thing that this looks like something that would break, doesn't it? I think the layoffs are a part of it, but I also think the layoffs are a result of them ballooning their budgets too much and having no reason for it and not having to make back the money. But I also think that the layoffs are just inevitable, because once a game's finished, you don't really need artists anymore. Once a game's finished, you don't really need some of this other stuff or beta testers or anything, or QA, all that anymore. Like, their job is done when the game ships. So I get, like, and a lot of the people that get laid off are essentially like contracted workers, so they're there for like the specific task, and when that task is over, their job is done, so they're not there anymore. So I get it. It sucks, but I also think, you know, it's just a part of it. I didn't want to do that. Bitch. Okay. Oh, no. My throat. Cool. I should have more flasks for this, honestly. Because now we fight the Slapra demon. Oh, come on. This is getting sad. And I check the disc too. The disc is fine. The disc is actually spotless. That's what's leading me to believe it is the 360, which is quite sad. That's fine. I have other things to play. I have other things I can always play. No, I'm not going to give it another try. If the 360 wants to act up, it's going to act up. So I'm going to change it to something else real fast. Hey, Croy, thanks for stopping by. Yep, y'all going to see a blue. Do I plan on playing the rest of the DMC games? Maybe at some point. What will I do in the future? I don't know yet. I might just keep doing stuff like this. Streams, play games, and enjoy. Okay, Vic, answer me right now. Adventure 1 or Adventure 2? Yeah, I did finish I finished Adventure 2 already. But it's like I don't care. I can play whatever. Adventure 1? Okay. Let me change this setting to fix the Dreamcast audio so it's actually in stereo. You would have said Heroes. I mean, I have the Wii hooked up. I could. Yeah, I've got 06. I have it on the PS3. Yeah. This set up? It is set up. The 06 final boss? I mean, yeah, the final boss ain't terrible. Is that overriding? Welcome back, Spades. Uh, I'm trying to get this sorted out. Sorry about that. Sometimes the Dreamcast acts a little stupid. Yeah, I don't care. The day and time resets every now and again, so whatever. Did I play RPG 10? No. No, I did not. For anyone asking, yes, this is an actual Dreamcast running the game. This is... Hey, I got the stereo audio working on it. Look at that. I'm missing a lot, am I? I mean, I never really was into Sonic RPG, so I have the game disc installed. What do you mean? Insert the disc. The disc is inserted. There we go. I say, are all my consoles cause problems with me right now? Sega. How many of y'all have actually seen Sonic Adventure running on a genuine Dreamcast and not the DX version or GameCube? Or PC as well? Oh. Jump scare.
Select a file.
Yeah, there's my file right there. Perfect Chaos, question marks? That's what it says? Who do we want to play as? Do we want to play as Snock? Look at how crisp and beautiful he looks. See, that's the model of Sonic I know. We got arms, we got nickels, and the texture on them that makes it look like they have like texture on them. It's really cool. Ah, yes, the non-broken reflections, like on Gamma. Big Emu. Play the final boss first? I kind of want to go through some of Snock's levels. Oh, is it afternoon in this? Low poly models? I love the low poly models for Sonic. Oh yeah, you can't turn right. Wasn't that a cut feature from Adventure, being able to turn into Supersonic after you beat the game? Agua! I'm drowning, help! Look at that water, that JPEG water texture. Vic, we need to do a, that's from a mod? I know, but I think it was something that was cut from the game that the mod re-implemented. Oh, look. They look like they're part of the terrain from the lighting. Dolphins. Bow, bow. Dreamcast. A weird, unconventional controller. What the fuck? What is that down there? There's a life down there? Pardon you? Down, 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 down. I don't remember what the challenges for this are. Whale. Yeah. 10 rings. Man, look at the water as we were running and the whip ripples and waves do. Look at the water go. I like how the camera just kind of naturally stays behind Sonic. It's very nice. Doo-doo. Give me that life, boy, baby boy. Hello, arms. Where did you come from? Ah, load screens. I just realized now I can say it. Yeah, 200 rings. Oh, I missed that. Scared every time. I don't even know if this is a skip. This might take more time than actually going across. I know I can do this, though. I've done that for years. I don't think I ever go the intended pathway anymore. Can I get 400 rings? No, I got one extra ring. Have I ever beat my score? I don't know. We're gonna sit here and watch it.
Yeah, not bad.
Collect 50 rings, that's it? Work without being trash? Dude, honestly, I've got no idea. It's an interesting concept, to say the least. Does it show you what the other trials for this are? No, it doesn't. Would it work? Honestly, I don't know, man. No, I don't feel like playing pinball. Alright, so now we're going to All Reliable. Man, I love that the feet start smearing. It's marvelous. Let me in here. What was that noise I heard? Wait, what's that say? Question, with the scenes with Eggman, with the clone within the castle, will we ever know what it'll look like, or what was shown in the last episode? It's just like a clone of Mephiles that was used to like make all the other clones of the main cast that were shown in episode 8, 7 and 8. That's all it was. It was like the basis for all those other copies, so that it could be easily remade over and over again. Long time ago? Yep, it sure was, but it's still one of my favorite Sonic games. I think it's probably my favorite Sonic game. Or it was until Frontiers came out. Is there another one up here? No, there's not. I'm thinking of a different area. Ooh. You're gonna actually get hurt by those fans. Oh, look at that effect on there for the fan blade spinning. That looks cool. Man, look at those reflections too. Head of the time, Snock. Ah yes, give me a speed boost right as I'm about to go onto a rocket. Of course. It only makes sense. Bow, 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 down, bow, down. Do I jump down? Or can I... Yeah, I jump down. Have you played Shadow Genesis? I have never heard of it before. Sonic fan. I was just playing Sonic Forces Frontiers from the past. I still go back and play Forces sometimes. Not super frequently, just because I don't really... Like, Forces is fine. It's just... It's not... It's just boring. Like, it doesn't do anything, like, super great. It's just kind of bland. Oh, Shadow Generations? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I play Shadow Generations. I've got, my playthrough should be on my channel. Am I excited for Racing Cross Worlds? Nah. I don't like racing games. This was always such a weird thing to me. Why didn't Generations bring this into it? That would've been funny. Can I make that? Ah, look at that frame rate. It's not Dark Souls, but look at that frame rate. I never really... Can you even run on this? Like, I always tend to... Oh, I guess if I hit that, maybe. And not... Ow. Dude ran me over. Did you see that? Ooh, delicious. Rungs. All right, here we go. Yeah, I play Shadow Generations, yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Seeing Secret Ring stages is cool. Play the final boss? Okay. Hold on, let me do a few more levels then. Have y'all ever seen the original Dreamcast version look so crisp and not be emulated? Like running on the genuine Dreamcast hardware?
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Ah, this song. What's up, dude? Oh, over here. Oh, I didn't want to go to this stage, actually. I didn't want to go to Ice Crap. Yeah, the price point for Crossworlds is a bit steep. I think like $40 to $50 would have been perfect for it. But I think 80 is a bit of a steep price. Or 70, I think is what it is. John must say question. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So what's the question? Oh shit, it just loaded in. Give me that laugh, baby boy. Oh, look at that JPEG texture. Oh. You have to know where to look for it. Like, look up like retro games. Look up retro game stores nearby you, and you should be able to. They might be a bit pricey, like $100 to $200, but you can definitely find them. Actually, I want to show something off that's pretty ugly. I don't know if I can still do it or not. I used to be able to do it wonderfully. And Vic used to hate watching me do it. Yes, I don't know if I can still do it. I never really go this pathway. I always kind of forget it exists. Yeah, look at the smears on his feet. Oh, another shield. Don't mind if I do. Can I get up here, please? Thank you. I wonder if you can spin dash your way over to that island there. I always love seeing all the rings chase after you while you've got the lightning shield.
Yeah, not bad.
Can I still do this? Hold on, I want to see if I can still do this. Let's see. Yeah, let me quit out now. Oh, I sorry, I have to hit the start button. Alright, let's see if I can do this skip.
Select a character.
Alright. And the games for Dreamcast are so rare. Plus fine. Japanese, yeah. Okay, Vic, you ready to get really mad at me? I think I first showed this off to Vic when we were doing our when I was doing my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure, and he was co-narrating it with me, or co-commentating it with me. And I showed him the skip, and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop! Stop!" I didn't change the title for. This is still.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Sonic Adventure. There we go. Hi. Yeah, Vic, you ready to see me do this nonsense with Tails that I showed you back in like 2012 or 13? Let's see if I can, that's if I can still do it. I used to be able to do it. What's up, Epsilon? How you doing? Can I even still do this? Let's see here. Ah, damn, I messed it up already. Shit, oh well. Oh yeah, I messed it up. Hold on, let me try again.
Come on.
You should be able to find a shortcut if you flop.
See you later, Tails.
It's been a very long time since I've done this. Oh, there it is. There you go. There you go.
I made it in time.
Yeah, you see how fucking grossly Sonic just rubber bands all over the place, though? It's marvelous. Vic, how'd you feel about that? Let's see here.
Select a character.
Let's go with this. I wonder if I don't think, I think I can skip the cutscenes. Maybe. Nope, I can't skip the cutscenes. I have to sit here and watch all of them. Not on the Dreamcast, I cannot.
Ooh, I hate that Sonic. He always seems to get in my way. I just can't foil my master plan. Chaos!
The Master Emerald is where it belongs. But Angel Island is still falling. This doesn't make any sense. Maybe those Chaos Emeralds that I brought back with me have something to do with what's happening. I'll take them to Sonic for his advice. Eggman!
This is terrible.
It's the Cockman.
Is what?
Guess Eggman learned his lesson. Yep. And maybe I'll take another vacation somewhere.
Sonic!
Hey there, Tails! Did you find the tornado too?
I miss Ryan Drummond.
Get up and follow me. Angel Island is falling again.
Hey, no way! Who blew it this time?
Oh, I don't know, but we better hurry.
Thanks, Taita. I appreciate it. Ah, no. Stop. Sinos, please. Sanook. Get up here. Like I said before at the start of the stream, I'm very happy with the reception that people have had to episode 10. It really does please me. It makes me very, genuinely, extremely happy. This way. You made me go. Sonic's tired. Yeah, no, yeah. Sonic was very, very tired of everything. Yeah, sick of dealing with it.
Sorry.
Knuckles! And Eggman! What happened here?
Sprites for a new season
Destroyed my
episode.
Chaos Emeralds. And Chaos is still alive.
Are you going to make an episode where you put people's sprites for a new season? There is no new season.
He's not gonna get
It's
away
over.
with
It's
this.
done.
Hey, Eggman, wait up!
And the fights with your OC, like, it went hard. It was just, dude, I wanted every fight to be a step up from the last
We're
one,
done for.
which was hard to do after
Get on it. Tails?
you know, Hypersonic versus Kuritsu. That's a hard thing to follow up, but the only way I could do it was do it in my own way. So that's what I did, my own way. And make it the best I possibly thought I could. I really, all I did was hope that it would be good enough for everyone, and
It's not a dream
people
after
tell me
all.
that they really love that final fight. I'm very happy with it.
you hear what I said?
I won't obey!
We need those 7 emeralds to give us total power. It's power for the people. And they are your people too, you know. We must get that emerald.
Greed is our enemy. Once it starts, you will always want more. Please don't do this. I beg you.
Bah! I don't listen to the words of a child. Ready, men? Charge!
Yeah, Simplicium's betrayal was something that I had been hinting at since he appeared. I was very glad to see it come through its fruition. I accidentally hit my microphone. Sprite characters packing with their combos. I appreciate that. Making a character that's specifically designed to just brawl and then not have energy attacks or like any of that sort of thing. That's just like a fist-to-fist, hand-to-hand combat, like no flying character. That was, that's probably like the most fun part of it, is working with those limitations for the character.
All right?
I think so. Oh my gosh. No, no, no.
Wait up.
Ghost, Sinos.
The 7 emeralds are the servers. Chaos is power enriched by the heart. The controller serves to unify the chaos. The 7 emeralds can change our thoughts into power. If this emerald controls that power, please, you must stop him.
Yeah. I was on a snooze cruise, I guess.
Sonic, wake up!
I was on a snooze cruise, I guess.
Good thing you're okay. You just sort of conked out there. Knuckles left already. Come! We gotta go after the last
Gross.
emerald.
Lead the way.
It should still be on board the tornado too.
The tornado dose. How many forms does my sprite character have? None. He is formless. I almost jumped straight off the edge there. Run, Sanook. Oh, that was less cool than I wanted it to be. Oh, damn. Okay. Do you prefer with forms or formless? It depends. For my character, I like having the no form thing. For other people, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, forms are cool. Just, I didn't want them for
let's
John.
get the Chaos Emerald and leave. What? No! He's got the last emerald!
Now what do we do?
Pre-rendered Dreamcast cutscene. Love to see it. Did you make hypersonic sprites from this from the episode? Vic did. The supersonic sprites and the hypersonic sprites, Vic made.
If I wasn't just
Have I ever seen
dreaming,
Shattuck before? Of
that
course.
monster is
Of
a real
course.
menace. Eggman. Looks like he's after Chaos too.
This egg carrier tool was made because something like this could happen. You have defied your master, stupid beast. Now it must be destroyed at all costs.
You can still see Sonic down there at the very bottom. It's like a thing of pixels. Chaos, you're kind of clipping there. He just despawns.
I've had enough. Who do you think you are anyway?
I've had enough.
Oh, it's you. The one who sealed Chaos.
Question, which you like most of Sonic games? I love Adventure 1. I love Sonic Heroes. I like Sonic Frontiers. I love Black Knight. God, I love Black Knight so much. Generations is there. I like Sonic 3 and Keckles. I like all the Sonic games, most all the Sonic games. But I can usually find something I'm able to like in every single Sonic game. Except Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom was the one game where I could not find anything I liked in it. But most all the other Sonic games I can find some enjoyment out of. Something that makes me be able to stick with it. But in terms of my favorites, yeah, Adventure 1, Heroes, Black Knight, Frontiers, Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
How can that help? It won't change how he feels inside, will it? His heart will still remain in turmoil, and his anger just won't vanish.
I said Black Knight, right? Yeah, I can't not gush about Black Knight.
Choice do we have?
Oh, it's big. Arms. Nipples.
Hey, Sonic!
Flower.
Here, take this!
What made me do sprite animations? I watched Negasonic Unleashed as a high schooler.
Chaos only used the negative power of the emeralds. Sonic, you should be able to harness their real power.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think Tails is right about this.
Go, Sonic! Yeah, Sonic! Sonic!
Vic, what is the thinking emoji for?
Only way to empower the Chaos Emeralds are positive.
Y'all guys want to hear what this sounds like when I take the Dreamcast filter off?
Our hearts together form awesome power.
There you go. That's what it does when I don't have the filter on. You just get it from your right ear. Now if I put the filter back on, it corrects it. Y'all get to be touched in just your right ear for a minute. Ah, yes. Super Sinnoh with his magnificent golden color and his quills that fan out. This is, to me, the best Supersonic design. This and Adventure 2. I don't like the quills standing up as high as they do. And everything else. I think that's, like, perfect, the way they fan out and mimic shadow. Or I guess Shadow mimics him, is the better way to put it. No, no, stop. Don't fire your piss rockets at me. They really should have made this song for Phase 2. They had the Phase 2 song be Phase 1. Ah, what the fuck was I stuck on? What is happening right now? Oh, okay. I don't know. Frame rate, please. Frame rate, please. Well, that didn't work out, did it? I'm not getting this rotation. What did I get stuck on there for a minute? Just the hitbox to the fucking... Yeah. Probably to keep it in line with the classic games is why they changed it from Heroes onward. Alright, Ficus. Bruh. That's okay, I get to hear more of Open Your Heart. I wonder if you can land on that on the top of it. Oh, it's over. And now he's darker. He looks more vicious. No, please. What the fuck did the camera just do there? Okay, what the... So, we're blaming the camera on that one, right? Oh, come on. Please don't touch me. How would I feel about making a story episode but with your viewers and your sprite characters? I don't think I would, honestly. I wouldn't be able to, like, deal with, like, all the characters that... and figure out, like, how their personalities will work, or even, like, really what to do to include them, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, that would be a lot of thought for really no reason, I think. Ow. Ow. Hi, Jade. Ow. Bitch. Bitch. Chaos is being a pain in the ass right now. These dash ramps aren't helping either. Phase 2 always kind of sucks. Of course, I would have had 2 hits on him already if that freaking camera didn't bug out the way it did. Oh, come on. Really? This was a mistake. No, it wasn't. I have 13 rings. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, I'm wasting rings right here. Please? Cool. Chaos is dead.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time. Would you allow one of your viewers to make your character a super form? I mean, I can't stop anyone from doing it. I would just say that's not real. John has no super form. Look at the PNGs on top of the Chow's heads.
Chaos has changed again. This time for the better.
So, fun fact, the song playing right now is what I thought about using originally
So it's nice again.
for the halfway point after Sonic beats Kuritsu. This was going to be the song I was thinking about using, but I went with the Sonic Symphony It Doesn't Matter rendition.
They stayed alive for generations and now live peacefully with humans. The fighting's over, harmony's restored, and life goes on.
Does Lightspeed count as a form? No, Lightspeed is a power-up, it's not a form. To re-render this video because a video did not get added for— Really? That's probably the same thing that happened to me, Spades, with those sound effects. Because I swear I rendered those videos in Swivel. I guess they just didn't update in the actual file. So you gotta do that. Huh.
All's well that ends well, right? Sonic?
Got it. Oh, everything is right. Gotcha. Good old It Doesn't Matter. Can I? Nope. Okay, I can't skip the credits. I'm gonna give... I'm gonna go grab a drink while these credits go. So I'll be right back. Vic, when are you going to do Quest for the Time Stones? What made it hard for Vic? Oh, simply rewatching an old Flash from fucking 2009. It was so old and kind of crunge. Look at Takal. Look at Chaos. All right, that was Snark Adventure. SA2 final boss? Wednesday? Really? Okay. Play the SA2 final boss? Me? Mm-mm. What does that say? Wait, what? No, don't shut down my console. Don't do that. I need that. On a final boss spree? And man, I used to play the crap out of the final boss for Black Knight. Both the fake final boss and the real one. I used to play the crap out of that. Let me enjoy this little snack first. Be no future for us. Man, why does Crush 40 have to slap? Why can't I get more Crush 40 songs? They don't even have to be final boss songs. I just want more Crush 40. Though I won't lie. If they had given me all that Kellen Quinn for Frontiers, and then they came out with Final Horizon, they go, you're getting a Crush 40 song for the end, I would have screamed. That would have been great. I used to enjoy that as well. Go through and play all the final bosses. Now, are you going to let me play this game? No, I'm probably going to get a disk error then. I saw the shit mess up. Too old for this shit? Yeah. It needs to be cleaned, honestly. It really does. I don't think I upgraded my armor at all. Oh. Here I am. Oh, look at that guy. That didn't hit him? Whatever. Cool. Doge. Oh. Hi. Level lost undead. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Fucking dog. Can I do this with 4 flasks? I think so. You wanna bounce? Alright, Prismatic. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, this is gonna suck. A lot. We have, yep, the good old slapper demon. Yep. Alright, Fucking dog, get out of my way. Oh. Fuck. Fuck no, baby. Oh shit, he's up here with me. Oh no, he's not. Cool. Alright. Oh, cool. There's the good old slapper demon. That hits through my shield? What the fuck, brother? Oh god. I do have gold pine resin. Hold on. Alright, we're doing this. Please. Thank you for the whiff, sir. Oh, that hurts him. I'm stuck. I don't want to be here. He does not like the lightning. Ride the lightning, motherfucker. Alright, cool. There's a good old slapper demon, everybody. Hooray. I did not die to him. That's a boss that either goes really well or really bad. Here, man. First, I thought that was going to be really bad. Brother, can you Thank you. Turn around. I knew he was there. Yeah, that was something that was either going to go extremely well or extremely poorly. There's not really much of an in-between. Getting stuck on that dog, I thought it was going to go poorly. Alas, it did not. What level am I? Level 25? Okay. I think my controller's done charging. Let me... Ow, what the fuck, dude? You asshole. You dare challenge me? You bring light into my lair? And this lady, this fine young lady over here...
You still have your senses about you. Then why won't you buy some of my moss?
Yeah, sure. I need actually some of these, blooming purple moss clumps here. I don't need 24 of them. Maybe I'll need, like... I don't know. Alright, see you later, Croy. You have a good one. Oh, welcome back, Gynax. I'll grab, I don't know, maybe 9, 7. There aren't that many. I'll go with 9 just to be safe. Have around 10 on hand. I don't really need anything else. Transient curses. Having 1 or 2 of those would be cool, but I've already got 2, so it's no big deal. Standard arrows. I think I've still got plenty of arrows, honestly. Yeah. Cool. Thank you, ma'am. And welcome back, Gynax. Yeah, this leads me to a shortcut. Back to the Firelink Shrine bonfire. Where we can level up. I'm probably not going to be on too much longer myself. Maybe 30 more minutes or something like that. Because I had the day off today from work, but I have to go back tomorrow, so... Excuse me. Oh, shit. Cool. I don't really even need to heal, because I'm going to the bonfire over here anyway. What's up, pal? Hit me with your best shot. It's a song from the 80s. Or 90s. Can't remember which. Cracked her a motherfucker. I kind of want to grind for that, Balder shield. It's usually pretty good. I'm convinced I'm not getting the Black Knight shield, but I could at least try and get the Balder shield. Right then. Level up. We got quite a few level ups. A whole 3 of them. So my endurance is looking pretty nice. My dexterity is looking kind of nice. Got school in the morning. Fair. Normally I just keep bumping up dexterity and endurance until it's whatever. I don't really worry too much about vitality, honestly. And that's just because I've gotten better at the game over time. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but I have. I think if you give the Moonlight Butterfly Soul to Kingseeker Framped, and you get more out of it. So there are several things I could do right now. I could go back to the asylum and get the ring and the peculiar doll, the iron rusted ring. Or I could go ahead and get started making my way into Blighttown and then come back. Oh, her people are here now. Hello, people. I might go to Andre. And what level is my sword, actually? +5. So I can't upgrade my sword anymore. Maybe I will go over to the Undead Asylum. Take care of that real quick. Take care of ye old Undead Asylum, and then make my way into the depths of Blight Town. Curl up like a ball. If we just sit here for a minute, we'll be greeted by a burb. Speaking of said burb, cool, we're here now. Back at the Undead Asylum. We've got Snuggly the Crow over here. Of course, I think it was actually found out that the crow's name isn't actually Snuggly. It was like data mined or something. It came from like a game guide or something like that for the game, and it wasn't real. It's kind of sad. I've always known the crow as good old Snuggly, but whatever, I guess. So if you run down there, a hole opens up, and you fight a powered-up asylum demon, essentially. Sup, Matrix? And these guys can actually cause it to fall down, too. Let's explore a little then. Shall we? This way. This is a way we can go. Not the way, but it's a way. I'm pretty sure I picked up the key to go into this one. Oh god, I forgot about that. Pretty sure Oscar's... Oh shit, Oscar's here. Oscar, please. Oscar, please. Let's fight somewhere else. Let's have somewhere empty to have our battle. We'll go to Mario Kart World. Shit. Oh, you're fat rolling, Oscar. I just want to parry you. That's all I want. How is your shield? How is that hitting through my shield? Brother. Okay. I couldn't have healed faster. Oh well. I don't think I've ever died to Oscar before. Why was his sword hitting through my shield? Is that, like, just the way that sword works? Oh, I've got to go all the way. I didn't rest of that bonfire, so I got to go through all that again, I think. It's going to put me right back at Firelink. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Damn it. Okay, that kind of sucks. That sucks a little bit of donkey dick. So Matrix, when are you gonna play Dark Souls 1? And Dark Souls 2? And Dark Souls 3? And Elden Ring? And Demon Souls? I Thankfully, when you do this, it is faster. The every subsequent time, it doesn't make you wait. So, yeah, see, instant. Cool. You've been done Demon Souls? Currently going through Lies of P? Oh, okay. See, I didn't know you had done Demon Souls already. I thought you were asking me to... Oh, no, yeah, because... No, I'm thinking about when we played Bloodborne. Never mind. Because I thought you had asked me to, like, do a run with Demon Souls with you. I didn't know you'd already... You were like that and already did it. Don't activate the hole, please. Bitch. Bitch. Hit him. Thank you. Don't activate it. Thank you. Okay, let's try this again. Take 2, everyone. Let's rest of this bonfire so Oscar doesn't touch us. You never finished it, the Demon Souls? Oh, okay. Well, that means you have to finish it then. Okay, Oscar, come here. Round 2. Bitch. Stop kicking. Oh, I see. Your sword's got, like, stuff on it. Okay, I tried. I'm trying to parry him. You stop. There we go. Sorry, Oscar. I gotta go through Code Vein? Maybe. Is Crest Shield any good? It's gotta be better than what I got, right? It is. Oh, it actually has worse physical? Oh, wait, no. Got better physical. More magic. More durability. Covain with you as well as Demon Souls. Oh, okay. Let's see. It's a little heavier. It's got worse fire and lightning. That's fine. I might just go with this Night Shield. Honestly. It's better than the heater shield that I've been using. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, here, let me turn off. I don't know if that makes the game sound any different for y'all, but let me turn off, like, the filter I use for when I'm playing on the Dreamcast. I don't know if it's gonna make it sound any better or worse for y'all, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, I might get into Code Vein. I don't know. When I played the demo, the game felt kind of weird. Maybe it's because I was trying to play it like a Souls game. So I'd be willing to give it another shot, though. Get the fuck out of the way. So now we got 2 knights here. Woo, spooky. Not. You're next, bitch. Get over here. Drop your shield, damn it. Hello? Thank you. Ugh. And here we'll have the Rusted Iron Ring. Not the most useful ring in the world, but when you're going through Blighttown, I'm not going to say it's essential, but it really sure helps a lot. Makes your life that much less miserable. Anime Dark Souls, yeah. The combat just felt a bit weird to me. Like I said, it's probably because I was used to Souls combat. Oh, shit! Please, sir, I am a child. Please, sir. Please. Please. I'm not ready for the touch and ink. Let me heal. Thank you, sir. Sir. Ugh! I forgot he was here. Heal, you magnificent son of a bitch. My dick. Okay, cool. Now we're good. Now we're good. Now everything's fine. Now I'm in control. What'd I tell you? Look at me. I am the captain now. Drop your shield. You son of a bitch. I completely forgot there was a Black Knight there. That actually bamboozled me. Is there another one? I know there's like another one or two here. On the way back to the cell. Do they respawn? Can I farm these guys? And get their, Oh shit. Why would you lock onto that one? If one of them could drop their shield, that'd be great. I'd love a Black Knight shield. It'd be awesome. Now the finale is out, I can say that I live. No dying. Nah, you got stomped out by Kuritsu and you never stood back up. I left it ambiguous. I ain't dying. It ain't dying, but you ain't living. It's ambiguous. You don't know if he lived or died. Of course, that wasn't even Matrix. That was Mudocles. Shield, please. I parried you 3 times successfully. Give me shield dance of victory. Black Knight sword. Motherfucker. Here's the peculiar doll. That gives us to, the painted world. I could go ahead and fight the asylum, this demon. And it would suck a lot though. Because I'm gonna get hurt when I fall down there, and I don't know if I'll be able to survive the fall. So what the fuck are you doing here? Weirdo? Alright, let's see. See if I can do this. It's actually over? I know, man. You and me both. What's the safest place for me to fall at? Not here. Oh, come the fuck on. Damn it. Okay, well, I should have expected that. Still doing the DX version? In my own time. In my own time. Since the story's done and all the DX version is going to be is a more streamlined version of the story, I'm just going to do whatever with it. Take my time. I don't have as much pressure. Yeah, damn it, that part always sucks. I knew it was going to happen, too. Okay, let's try this again. Cool. Heal, you magnificent son of a bitch. Okay, slap his cheeks. I'm doing less damage than I really want to be, but... bleed buildup is going to be a beautiful thing. Just watch. Again? Brother. Keep doing this. I can't see. Oh, God. Help. Oh, he just needs a hit. Oh, thank God. And that's the stray demon. See? Not complicated, not difficult. You just gotta survive the fall and then not get hit by a blast right out the gate. Oh, a Titanite slab. Cool. It's what you need to max out your weapon. Or armor. And a whole 20k souls. Black Knight still spawn? No. The Black Knight is still not here. Okay. That's fine. See, I only needed the one heal after the fall. That was it. And that's really all for the asylum, actually. There's not really much else to this place. You come in here, you get the peculiar doll, and you fight the stray demon. And then you just kind of go on with your day. And you try not to die to these assholes out here with the torches. Because they'll fuck you up. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get a Black Knight shield. But I have an opportunity I can get a Silver Knight shield. How Bunsy feel about it? I haven't actually messaged him. I could. I can message him and ask him and tell him about it. Oh, come on. You do a disc read fail, then? Let's check on him. Yeah, I see him. I message him I message him every now and again. Not as often as I would like, but, you know, we're all adults now, so... At the Bondi Namco flashbang. That was a weird place for it to happen, too. Stone beast known as a Titanite demon. When the nameless blacksmith deity passed from several Slabs. Oh, I didn't get to read that. Cool. Oh, hey, I'm back. I guess I must have spawned in by the time it did it. Interesting. Easiest way down. This way, I guess. Sir? Gentlemen? But I think like that. Can I reinforce my armor any? Let's see. Do I not have any Titanite shards? What the fuck? How do I not have any Titanite shards? I'm gonna go correct that real fast. Actually, I probably should get to sleep. It is 11:30. And I've got to work in the morning, so I probably am going to call it there. A little bit of a short stream, 3 hours. But you know, it's a decent length. That's decent time. I've spent the first hour just talking to everyone about Chaos War, so that was a good thing. But hopefully, now that I'm done with the episode and I have really nothing to do, hopefully I get to spend more time playing games, hanging with everybody, and just doing whatever I want now. So, thank you all. How dare I? I know, how dare I? But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you guys for your comments. Thank you guys for the likes. Thanks everyone for the subscriptions. And again, most importantly, everyone, thank you. Once again, thank you so much for the support you've given episode 10. Thank you all so much for the kind comments, the everything for episode 10. It's humbling. It really is. So, thank you all for that. And I'll see you guys on the next journey, whichever that is. Okay? Peace out, everyone.